Hi everyone, Dr. Ermi from Pain Free and Fit and Posture Size. Today, great exercise for those of you with spondylolisthesis of the lower back, an advanced version of our planks and our spondylo bridges known as the ball front plank. Hope you enjoy. So today's exercise is another rung up the ladder of intensity for abdominal training for spondylolisthesis low back exercises. As opposed to a normal front plank or even a spondylo bridge, which is a more advanced exercise that we introduced a few weeks back, today we're going to be talking about a front plank but done with a ball. The ball brings in a whole different dynamic to the front plank, whereas a normal front plank where you have your hands stable and holding tail under and abdominal tension, that prevents the extension or arching of your lower back, that protects against spondylo, and a reverse tension up without movement of the tailbone, trying to arch the back but not arching the back, that engages those deep fibers of the erector spinae that pull the spondylolisthesis backwards, retrolisthesis, canceling out their extension or their arching effect because you keep the abdominal tension at the same time. We talked about co-contraction, abdominal and back muscle contraction at the same time in previous videos. If you haven't seen that, check that out in some of the previous spondylo videos. We're going to use the ball now to introduce a whole different dynamic state to that front plank. Because when we're just holding a front plank, once we start building up some isometric time, and we can hold that for 2, 3, 4 minutes, even on one leg, let's say, or doing our rows, our prone rows, this ball is going to introduce a whole different challenge to our RPI. Now again, if you don't know what your unique RPI or reverse posture isometric is for your lower back, go to either the Posture Size or the painfreeandfit.com website. We have a free body analysis. Check it out, learn what your unique mechanical corrections are to protect your spondylo. We all have posture and movement errors such as hip hiking, such as torso rotation, such as weak multifidus, or abnormal firing of abdominal oblique muscles, or latissimus muscles, or erector spinae muscles. So you have to learn how to engage your unique weak muscles, relax your over tight muscles, and put yourself into an alignment pattern that's the opposite or reverse posture isometric holding of what you typically do. Otherwise, with this or any exercise designed to rehab or strengthen your back or your abdominals, you're only going to be strengthening dysfunction. And the more you strengthen dysfunction and go into your normal faults and movements and tilts and tendencies, the more you're going to be placing abnormal mechanical stress onto your soft tissues that aggravate your spondylolisthesis. So, with that said, I've got my unique RPI on. For me, I'm holding my left hip down, avoiding hip hiking, because when I do this exercise, that's going to be my tendency. I'm going to be avoiding lateral tilting or folding in on the left side, using my left lat more than my right. I'm going to keep my rib cage up. That's my conscious thought with this or any exercise I'm doing. And I'm going to be thinking about a lot of tail under and abdominal crunch with that reverse tension up, engaging my left L5 multifidus, because historically, that's the one that wants to weaken on me. So again, that's me. For you, you have to design your own RPI based on knowing what it is. With that all engaged, I'm going to engage. I'm going to open that hip and that rib. I'm going to engage that multifidus. I'm going to get that tail under, get some abdominal crunching with my rib cage coming down towards my pubic bone. So I'm all set before we even go to this exercise. Otherwise, if I go into it, I'm going to go into my tendencies and wind up hurting myself or increase the likelihood of such. So once those are all on, then I address the ball. I put my hands on it and I assume a front plank position. Now again, this is going to be easier with the ball right under your chest or right under your collarbone at first. I'm emphasizing tail under and abdominal crunch down, and then the ball allows me to move my hands. Now as this happens, I'm introducing a whole bunch of different forces and vectors to my core, to my spine. I can draw X's with the ball. I can go in circles, back and forth, side to side. All of those, as you do that, you're going to be feeling different muscles contracting at different times. Your core is in a dynamic state. It's not just that you have muscular support and corset to hold your spondyle in a good position in one particular style of abdominal and back contraction. What's happening is as the moment arms and as the leverage changes and as the torque changes in terms of twisting on your spine, different muscles are called in greater than others to help balance that. So you're taking that all into effect when you're moving the ball. As that ball moves, you're changing the proprioception or your body's feedback, sensory feedback of where it is in space in relation to the ball and the ground. And that's recruiting all these different muscles. And it really has a good training effect for you to focus in on your unique postures, because for instance on this ball, as I turn it to the left side, my left hip wants to hip hike. And if you remember what I said, that's my tendency. So I need to really emphasize that on that side. When I twist, my pelvis wants to twist usually to the right. So as that ball comes to the right side right there, like I'm making a right hand turn in the car, my pelvis wants to go that way. I've got to emphasize keeping it to the left. So this is a more advanced version, because once you learn your RPI, once you get some of these static exercises down, this plugs in a whole different appreciation for maintaining that under the changing dynamic tensions and contractions of your RPIs. If you like this video on ball front plank training for spondylolisthesis, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Got a lot of great videos out there to help you. Questions or comments, write in. I'll do my best to answer them as usual. If you'd like to help me share this valuable information with others, thumbs up below. And remember, if you're looking for a spondylolisthesis program designed and tailored specifically for you, check out our fast track program at painfreeandfit.com. It has all the body analysis you need to figure out what your unique RPI, what your movement and posture and stability issues are, how to correct them, coordination exercises, balance exercises, strengthening, endurance exercises, stretches. We get into nutrition, a whole bunch of different things, all designed to help you get back into sports, get back into fitness, get back into a physical life without hurting your lower back. I hope this video on ball front planks helps you with your spondylolisthesis pain.